Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate and I'm thankful as always to have you here for today's pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at today doing an overall just energy check-in of your person's energy towards you, including their thoughts and feelings. So there will be an energy check-in and we're going to be looking at this connection or this person from your perspective. And that is meant to just help you feel more confident that it is your reading before you get any further into it. There also will be an extended reading. It's going to be different for each pile and I'll get into it as we go along. So if you really do feel like it resonates and you want to go deeper into your reading, I will have that linked in the description box. But for today's first part of the reading, we have 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Dark Days Tarot with this red carnelian heart. For pile number 2, we have the Rosy Future Tarot with this Amazonite jade crystal. For pile number 3, we have the Mother Tarot with this rose quartz palm stone. So take whatever time you need to figure out which pile you're feeling the most drawn to. I would just go ahead and pick the pile that just stands out the most to you. And again, there will be an energy check-in just to help you guys feel more confident about your choice. So I will have the timestamps linked in the description box down below, along with the extended readings. I'll have the names of these decks in case you guys are curious. These are 2 new decks to me, so I'm excited to use them. And I will have any other information about me, but without further ado, I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Dark Days Tarot and this red carnelian heart, then this is going to be a reading where we're going to be looking at doing an energy check-in for a specific connection that you have on your mind. I really want to be looking at this person's overall energy towards you. So that can definitely include their thoughts and feelings, but also somewhat of their intentions or what's their overall vibe, I guess, towards you in the connection. So this is a brand new deck. I'm excited to use it. It's just fun because it's a square. But we're going to start off with an energy check-in and we're going to see your current, like how you would describe this connection, your subjective experience right now. And this is really meant to make you feel more confident that this is your reading before we get deeper into it. All right, I have to think about this for a second because, okay. I'm just imagining all of them getting put in different directions, but I don't think that will happen if I just double check. But yeah, anyways, I meant to mirror back to you your own subjective feelings and thoughts about this person or just your perception of them and the connection. So I would say that if this part does not resonate at all, then it's probably not your reading. Okay. Pile number 1, please. What is their perception of this connection, this person? How would they describe this person, this connection? Okay, interesting. I literally just saw this on the back of the deck. So we have Judgment here in the reverse. Just want to get this in a good spot. And you guys, I'm just going to say it's just like a personal note. I filmed an entire video and like my head was in the video making it blurry, and it's just been so annoying to realize that I just ruined a video with my head basically being in it. So I just got to make sure that I'm not putting my head in it. And it was like such a close-up of my hair and I was just like, oh my god. I felt like Hermione when she's like, is that what the back of my head looks like? And it was bad. But anyways, okay, so we have Judgment in reverse. What else for pile number 1? What is their perception of this person, this connection? All right, we have the Hangman, the Hermit, and the 2 of Swords. Wow. Okay. So a very sort of mellow vibe is, yeah, the Chariot here in reverse. it's like a very mellow vibe coming through right away, or it just makes me feel like there's maybe not a lot of current action in the connection, or if there is action in this connection, what I mean by that is like sort of forward movement or communication. It just almost feels like this connection is in a state of limbo. So we have Virgo energy and Pisces here. And it just feels like with Judgment and the Two of Swords, like this is a energy of not really having much clarity or not having a conclusion, not having much direction either. Like there isn't a lot of direction for this connection, but it also feels like although there might not be direction, maybe there's still a door open in this connection. And it's just like we don't really know where we're going, or we don't have clarity yet as to what direction this connection is going in. And with the Hermit, maybe you guys are taking time, you or your person are in an energy of solitude or taking time to sit and sort of reflect and take time to be with self. And it's almost a time period of internal processing, internal exploration, while the situation doesn't seem to have a lot of direction at the current time. I just need to put a jacket on. But I would say it feels like this connection is in somewhat of a yin cycle, meaning it's more of a being energy than this sort of action-packed situation. Like it's almost not a time of figuring things out. Like the masculine energy is the energy of needing to know and needing to do. And I feel like the feminine is just being with what is. And it's very lunar, this feeling. And it's interesting because this is the Dark Days Tarot. And I'm not seeing that as necessarily something like dark in a bad way, but in a way that's just like, it feels like this connection's a little bit in the dark, meaning that there isn't a lot of clarity right now as to where it's going or even what's happening. Like it feels like there's just not a lot of clarity. Anything else? Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. Anything else that would help pile number one know whether this is the reading? All right, Five of Swords. Queen of Wands. And then the Emperor here, interesting. Knight of Swords, okay. And I feel like more of your energy is kind of coming through here almost. Like it makes me feel like yeah, this is feeling like your energy in a sense where I feel, I don't know, actually take whatever resonates for you, but I feel like maybe you guys are wanting to maybe someone to take control, or you sense that there's a need for control to be taken in the connection. This is Aries energy here, and Aries is a very direct, like I know what I want, I go after what I want, and it's literally the masculine principle. So it's so funny that I was just picking up on such a heavily feminine vibe, but I feel like with the Queen of Wands coming through, there's more fire coming in and more masculine energy coming in with the swords as well. You know, and it might make you feel like you're not a team with this person, or it might make you feel like it's almost this feeling of, well, there's not a lot happening, or maybe your person is even being like sort of solitary in a way, or maybe they're not making a decision, or there's a decision that needs to be made. It's almost like there's a lack of grounding in the connection. Like there's a lack of stability here, at least between the two of you is how it feels. And with the Five of Swords, maybe it's like kind of creating a level of conflict, or like maybe there is potential for conflict. I want to see, yeah, Eight of Wands just coming through, Nine of Wands. Okay, and yeah, and so I feel like there's a sense of you wanting something to happen, or feeling like there needs to be more of a, like this Knight of Swords energy, which is that energy of knowing exactly what you want and going after it. And it's also a very fast moving card, but I'm just not picking up that energy for the connection. And so it makes me kind of feel like there might be some frustration on your end, or this feeling of creating chaos. Like, this is very Scorpio, or it doesn't have to be that you have Scorpio, but it's this feeling of almost wanting anything to happen, even if it's kind of conflict oriented, or, you know, it's like kind of stirring things up. Like maybe you guys feel the need to do that, or you have done that. Or this could be just like an internal feeling that you're having with the Five of Swords of like, I want movement, or I want something to happen. And it's kind of like causing internal chaos. Like it's causing chaos, like the stagnancy, I guess. But maybe the other person is maybe unbothered, or it could just be that the state of the connection outwardly is like this, and then inwardly you're like, come on, like and the Queen of Wands is an energy of knowing exactly what you want and being very like outgoing with that. Like the Queen of Wands does not hold back when she's attracted to something or she wants something. And so it's like, yeah, I feel like maybe you wish this person would take more control, or maybe you have a desire to take control of the situation. But let's see what your person's energy is actually towards you. So what is pile number one's person's energy towards them? What are their thoughts, feelings, but just mainly what's their stance or overall energy right now towards pile number one and towards this connection? Okay, I just want to make sure. I don't know why this is hard for my brain right now, but I just want to make sure I'm shuffling in a way where the uprights, the upside, I don't know what I'm saying, making sure that there's a mix of upright and reverse energy. All right, though, please tune me into pile number one's person. Please help us get clarity for pile number one. And I just got the sensation of, you know, when you can't get the right temperature and like you feel too hot and you feel too cold and it's kind of frustrating. Like I almost feel like there's a level of frustration somewhere in this connection where it's like, yeah, and it's that energy for me where it's like, okay, imagine that you're trying to fall asleep and you just can't get comfortable, or you're too hot or you're too cold. And that's the kind of level of irritation that I'm getting, where it's like there's this, and think about when that happens, it's like you're meant to relax and go to bed and go into non-action. It's also the nighttime. It's also a lunar cycle when you're going to go to bed. And it's like there's kind of this restlessness bubbling under the surface of like making it hard to maybe accept things as they are, or just continue going on. And maybe this connection is really requiring you to connect to a state of being energy, which is like about acceptance, surrender. It just feels like there's this uncomfortable balance between the two right now. Like maybe you guys feel like there's too much lunar energy in this, but I'm not sure. So let's just see your person's energy towards you. So what is actually pile number one's person's energy towards them? Yeah, look at this. The Four of Swords in reverse. With the Nine of Pentacles. With the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I definitely am picking up that it's your person's energy that's giving off lack of movement, lack of action, lack of openness, or it's like a little bit of a closed off energy right now. Like they're not open to what it feels like here. Sorry, what am I even saying? It's this feeling of a lack of openness of sharing or communicating with you is how it feels. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like that can be a very independent energy. And so I wonder if this person is sort of in this energy of like mainly focusing on themselves, and if anything, almost like closing off their receptivity to the outside world. And I feel like that's including you, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it's just you. Like, I feel like this might be an energy they're in right now. And it's also an energy of like, I need to focus, like this is the feeling that I'm getting from them, is like, I need to focus on myself. And with the Four of Swords in reverse, that can be an energy of overwhelm or feeling like you haven't had space for yourself or haven't had space to kind of get your peace of mind, or to relax in a sense. And so I'm wondering if this person is almost having this realization of like a really strong need for like pulling back their energy and focusing on themselves and almost turning down like the noise of like their, like not necessarily on you, but it's like in their life in general is how it feels. Like they feel like they need less input. And it's even, I just want to say what's coming through, because it's even giving like, I wonder if this person feels like they sometimes like lose themselves, or maybe they have sometimes in the past have put a lot of their worth into what other people say or think, or other people's opinions. Like it almost feels like this person is shutting off other people's opinions and trying to come from within when it comes to their self-worth is kind of how it feels. But let's see what else. What is pile number one's person's energy towards them? All right, we have the Fool. Interesting. Can we clarify the Four of Swords? Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords and then the Five of Swords here. That's what I'm picking up on, is like all this noise around them. And it's like they're trying to get, yeah, the Hermit in reverse. It's like they can't hear their own voice for some reason. Not for some reason. It feels like there's... It feels like this person is feeling the need to spend some time on their own to figure out what they think. And I feel like with the Five of Swords here, I'm picking up on this energy of a lot of other people's opinions that stress this person out, and make it harder for them to find clarity or find the truth of what they actually think about things. So we have Aquarius energy here with the Fool. Can we clarify the Nine of Pentacles? And the Nine of Pentacles also for me can talk about independence in the sense of like not relying on other people and like having your sense of worth come from within. And what that can include though is also, despite what is going on around you or your connections with other people, despite all of that, it's having that like internal sense of abundance and value for self, like self-worth really. And the Nine of Pentacles really is that reflected outward, but it starts from within. Can you clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please? For pile number one's person's energy towards them. All right, we have the Four of Wands here in the reverse. Can we clarify the Page of Swords in reverse? We have Strength, Leo energy. Can we clarify the Fool? All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles here, and then we also have the Queen of Wands here in the reverse. And at the back of the deck, we have the Two of Wands in reverse, and I was seeing that. Okay. I'm just going to get a sip of my water. So I'm picking up on a couple of different situations. Sorry, 1 second. I'm kind of feeling this energy of your person feeling like, and okay, so it really depends on what your connection is with this person. And so please listen to this and fill in the dots as to what makes sense for you in your situation. Because what it feels like here is there's a situation going on in this person's life where they are not feeling supported, or they're feeling this energy of not being able to rely on their usual systems of support, and maybe feeling that that is actually a place of like conflict. Even like there might be conflict within this person's it depends on what the situation is, but it's like if this person had just been in a relationship, or if you were the person in this relationship and you know there's been conflict between the two of you, then I would say that this represents the relationship with you. But if you are a newer situation for this person, because I could also see it like that, where if this is a newer person and you're trying to kind of get into this person's world and you're trying to maybe start something with them. Oh gosh, I realized I have to cover. Okay, hopefully YouTube didn't see that. It feels like this person is trying to gain the courage and the strength to face their fears of a new beginning, and maybe taking some kind of a risk towards moving away from the familiar and moving toward like an unknown beginning. But it feels like that is in the wake of something else kind of falling through. And there's certain cards I'm getting. Maybe I'll just use this deck because there's a specific definition I'm getting of this person's energy where it's like, this reminds me of this card called the Grand Cross Provoker. Okay, so for some reason I'm just channeling this right now. So it says life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So it says the Grand Cross is an area of intention in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. It says, usually when the Grand Cross occurs, it indicates a crisis, yet through this calamity will be the painful process of growth, then renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Strangely, it's almost as if the planetary energies are in competition with each other. This may be a rather exasperating time when you feel provoked and frustrated over booby traps that seem to have been set in your way. You may be feeling pulled in many directions, or if everything's working at a cross purposes. Yeah. Okay. So this is the Nine of Wands here too. That's what it represents. But I feel like this person is in that energy, but it's almost like this person feels like they're still in the chaos, but there is this feeling of them trying to move through this. And in all honesty, like with the Queen of Wands in reverse, like I don't know if it is your energy towards this person that is putting pressure on them or is feeling maybe unsupportive. And so if you feel pushed out from this person's life and you were already in it, I feel like this person is feeling a need for change in their life and is feeling a need for, even if this connection has been long-standing, it's almost this feeling of recognizing the need for change and kind of coming to this moment of clarity that they need to focus on themselves and almost focusing on this energy of wanting there to be more calm in their life. Like, especially if this person has been dealing with a lot of conflict or just interactions that can feel sort of sharp in a way, because the Page of Swords in reverse can also be like messages that feel like provoking. So I feel like there's this energy of this person trying to remain calm or trying to not get reactive toward you or toward other situations in their life. It's just going to depend on you, because I feel like all in all with the Fool here, there is this feeling of this person wanting to flow through this, wanting to move through this, even though it's difficult, and wanting to get to a new phase in their life. That's really how it feels. So let me see. All right, we have the Fates here that just came out, popped out in reverse, but let's see if we can get some Oracle cards and clarify. What is pile number one's person's energy toward them? Look at this. We have yin. I'm not surprised to see it. We have yin in reverse. We have time for a nap. Yes, definitely. So I'm feeling very, it's kind of funny that I like talked about the sleeping energy so much, but I think I picked up pretty well on the energy check-in, because I think 100% that this person is in this energy of feeling like they can't keep pushing, or they can't keep going. Like they can't keep talking. They can't keep strategizing. It's almost this feeling of needing to slow down and rest and receive right now. Yeah, we have observer here. Yeah, definitely. And so with the observer in reverse, it's like this person can start to feel like it's hard to get perspective when things get really, I'm trying to put this into words, but it's like this person feels the need to distance themselves from I want to say this connection. The only way I would say it wasn't this connection is if you didn't already have a close connection with this person. But if you already had a close connection with this person, I feel like this person is feeling the need to, and we have the moon here again, the same moon, of feeling like they can't get perspective when there's so much commotion going on, or when there's like, it's almost like the feeling of, when there's a drama going on in your life and it just feels like the most important thing, and it's just like, oh my God, I can't fall asleep because I just keep thinking about this thing, and it feels like things are a lot bigger deal, or it's hard to get perspective. It's also like that energy of like, when something's on your mind and so you keep talking about it to people and you keep focusing on it, and then all of that focusing on it makes it harder to find a solution. There's kind of a feeling here of this person wanting to slow the energy down so they can come towards you in an objective and not detached in a way where they're not like they don't care, but in a way that isn't just trigger and trigger and trigger. No one's seeing the forest through the trees is what I would say. Okay, anything else? All right, yeah, we have chopped wood here in reverse, and then we have a change in the wind in reverse here as well. Yeah, and I feel like there's kind of this energy of feeling like I could definitely see where maybe there would be frustration with this person, because they are really heavily coming to a halt right now and really slowing down. And I feel like even the small things are hard for this person right now. Like there's this energy of even just showing up or responding or going, like they almost feel like they can't even go through the motions anymore, or just put one foot in front of the other. Like there's almost this energy of things kind of falling down. And almost this energy of not being able to resist change anymore. And I am feeling this with by the book here. This feeling of this person breaking off into some level of independence, maybe feeling like they can't resist the change anymore, but the change feels like it's letting things die down here in this connection. So hopefully this gave you guys some clarity. I think you guys are actually pretty spot on with this person's energy towards you. I would just like to confirm almost like what's coming through. So for the extended reading, I want to look at what this person's like wants for this connection. Like what are their desires? What are their intentions for you in this connection? And then I want to get a message from this person to you to see what they want to say to you. And then we'll get you guys some guidance as well. So actually, let me simplify things. I feel like sometimes I go into too much for the extendeds. Unless you guys like that, let me know if you guys do like when I do a lot of things. But let's focus on overall this person's intentions. Then we'll look at what they want to say to you. Then we will look at getting you guys some guidance on whatever you need to hear about the connection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me here and being here. I really do appreciate having you. If you found it helpful, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. Thank you to everyone who does support me through the extendeds. It does help me be able to put more energy into my channel. Other than that, if you want to see more pick a card readings, I would love for you to subscribe. But yeah, I hope that this gave you a little bit more information about what's going on. Other than that, thanks for letting me read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Rosy Future Tarot with this Amazonite Jade Palm Stone, then this is going to be your reading where we're looking at doing an energy check-in, seeing what your person's overall energy is towards you, along with their current thoughts and feelings and whatever else comes through. So before we get into that, we will be doing an energy check-in, and we're going to be asking to get some information about your subjective perspective when it comes to this person and the connection, how you would describe it, what you would say about it. And hopefully that will help you guys feel more confident that this is your reading before you get further into it and get confused or take on information that is not meant for you. So I definitely recommend listening to this, but you don't have to. If you do want to just skip to the reading, I would just skip about like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. I know with this deck I'm going to need to cover some things. I'm just going to get my bin of crystals. Oh, is that going to cast a shadow? Okay. Just get ready to cover some things. Okay. So for pile number 2, help pile number 2 know whether or not this is their reading. How would they describe, or what is their perspective of this person, this connection? Right away. All right, so we have the World. The Six of Cups in reverse. The Four of Swords, also in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Can we clarify the World, please? The Ten of Cups. Can we clarify the Six of Cups? The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Can we clarify the Four of Swords? The Page of Pentacles. And can we clarify the Ten of Pentacles here? Ace of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Cups here. Okay, a couple of things are coming through. There's a feeling or a message that's coming through where I feel like I'm just wondering how this factors into the connection. I don't know if this is what's going on in your life or your person's life, but hopefully you will understand one or the other. There's a feeling of leaving behind old definitions or definitions inherited from like the family of what success looks like or what the future should be. Like it almost makes me feel like one or both of you is leaving the safety net or like the comfort zone of tradition, or it doesn't have to be tradition, but it could just be like societal expectations or parent expectations. But it feels like that path in the future doesn't bring very much excitement. And I feel like there's this energy of imagining building a future where emotional fulfillment is at the forefront and seeing that as success, because this World card to me is representing success, and what our definition of success is somehow has an impact on this connection, is what I would say. And so I don't know if someone has like indoctrination or someone has expectations, family expectations that have been a factor in this connection, maybe have made this one of these people in this connection feel like their own dreams of what they want aren't realistic enough. But it feels like there's this sense of exhaustion or feeling tired of feeling burnt out on on following some kind of an expectation that maybe makes a family happy or something internalized from society. It feels like someone's very tired of going down that route, of playing things safe in that way. And it's like this energy of learning to go after what it is that you want, regardless of how other people view it or how other people expect you to go about things. It's like getting to define your own version of success, I guess. So I'm just confused about how this factors in, but hopefully you will understand that has some relevance to you, or I don't know if that's like what your person's going through right now. Maybe your person is feeling really burnt out on, what their family expects of them or what society expects of them, and they want to do something different. Yeah, and the Knight of Cups is all about taking action towards what your heart wants and being a dreamer. So maybe that's like describing your person, that they are a dreamer, or they want to define their own version of what success looks like to them. That might just be a part of this. All right, but let's see what pile number 2's person's energy is towards them. What are their thoughts and feelings? Overall energy. The Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Four of Cups. The King of Pentacles. Oh, and I forgot to say that something that did pop into my mind right away was maybe this relationship is someone that you connected with in the eye, or with the sort of old paradigm. Like maybe some of you thought that this person was very good, like on paper, that this relationship is something that very much satisfied like an older version of you. But for some of you, maybe you're feeling like you're ready to step out of that version, and maybe having a realization that this wasn't what you really wanted. But we'll see. All right, what is pile number 2's person's energy towards them? The Chariot in reverse, Cancer. We have the Nine of Cups. We have okay, can we clarify the Four of Cups? The Five of Wands in reverse. And then can we clarify the King of Pentacles? We have the Seven of Cups, and then we have Death here. There's a song coming through in my mind that's like, feel the way you want to. What are the lyrics to that song? I feel like that could be really relevant. Okay, so yeah, this is super relevant to what I've been picking up on, especially towards the end. So the lyrics are, it says, I got this feeling, baby, it's madness. I'm so in love with myself, it's so romantic. I see him staring as I walk down the line. I'm looking good, I don't think it's a crime. But everybody's so quick to stand up and say it's got to be this way or that way. You have to ask yourself, is this what I really wanted? Everybody's quick to cry out and say you have to keep your bleep together. but baby, watch me freak out. I'm gonna feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to. Um, it says there's only so much that a person can take. Too much abuse and somebody will break. I took a pill and I hopped on a plane and I'm never looking back again because I'm on strike against my body, my mind. What once was pain is now pleasure of mine. Yeah, so there's a lot here around going against the status quo and actually doing, like, deciding to do what you want instead of what people expect you to do, but it's like not even what makes you happy. So that is definitely what I'm picking up on, but I'm just now confused about who's who. So let me see. Overall, it feels like there's someone here. So okay. If you guys are, we have the King of Pentacles here. And the King of Pentacles is definitely like a more traditional kind of a person. And I feel like there's one person here where they have a very strong idea of what they want. Like they're not very flexibly minded, because like with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, it's making me feel like there's this energy of not really being open to exploring different ways of being, or not really being open to dreaming either. Someone who's like extremely realistic and kind of clear cut. And also there's this energy with the Five of Wands in reverse of like, there's almost this energy of things not being up for debate is what I'd want to say. Like there's this feeling of a disinterest in even debating. It's okay, like there's an energy here of someone who isn't even open to a constructive conflict about what in a relationship, about anything in general. And so it feels like here with we also have Scorpio energy with death, I wanted to say. All in all, I feel like someone's going through transformation in this connection. And it's like this energy of wanting to do things a different way and shedding an old version of self. But I feel like as that's happening, it's possible that, okay, I'm kind of getting this energy from the other person, or the person who is maybe more traditional, that like they don't really care to switch things up, or they don't really care for conflict leading to change, or like they kind of see, like they'd rather be in this complacent kind of an energy is what I'm feeling. And I feel like there's this feeling of one person maybe suggesting certain changes, or maybe bringing in new perspectives or new ideas, and it's almost like that isn't really that isn't being received in a receptive way, or it's maybe not being taken seriously. And I feel like with the Nine of Cups here, though, it's like there's clearly an empowered energy coming through where someone's really realizing what they want for themselves and realizing there's this energy of, okay, there's two sides to it, because I feel like if that's your energy, if you're in this Queen of Swords in reverse and Nine of Cups energy, I feel like there's nothing you can say. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm getting. It's like there's a feeling of your needs not mattering, or what makes you happy not mattering, or not mattering to this person. And I don't think they actively think that. I just think that they're not interested in integrating it into what makes them happy. And so there's almost this energy of this person being in this kind of smug Nine of Cups energy, where it's like, if it's not what they want, they have very little stamina to get over challenges or to find a middle way together. Like the Chariot is an energy of facing obstacles and finding your balance once again and pushing forward. Like I almost feel like this other person doesn't really have that mentality. It's like things are either my way or I'm not going to fight for it, or I'm not going to keep trying. And so I feel like there's one person who's maybe feeling like their voice hasn't really mattered, or like they don't get to really have their say in things. And I feel like someone's getting really fed up with that. And is just realizing that it's not going to work. Like, you know, if you're not going to hear me out, like, or if like you're not going to be open to my ideas, then I have to put what I want as a priority too. And I almost just feel like there's this energy coming through from this King of Pentacles of like having no tolerance, where it's like, I feel like you could be doing, if you are the Queen of Swords, like you could literally be saying things in the most like fair way, but it's like they very quickly would throw the towel in and just be like, well, this isn't working then, or, you know, there isn't going to be a successful outcome. But it's like, actually, maybe what you're asking for is just for like collaboration and maybe like a hybrid situation. Like maybe there's some part of what you liked from like your old vision of what a happy relationship would look like, but maybe you want to infuse more of the concepts of what would make you happy. And it's like, that would be the 10 of Cups. But it's like, instead it feels like there's this very specific way that this King of Pentacles wants the relationship to be, and there's really no interest in changing that. Yeah. There's a closed-mindedness coming from this King of Pentacles. And a stubbornness as well. A stubbornness. There's a stubborn, smug energy coming through of like not being willing to compromise or not being willing to bring balance in the situation to move forward. And it makes me feel like the other person has gotten fed up with this. Either way, it's like there's a need for change, and I just feel like someone is not really being flexible or open-minded and willing to flow with that. But yeah, all in all, it just makes me feel like your definition actually of what happiness and success looks like to you. Like what would make you happy, what would light your life on fire, you're realizing is changing, and you're leaving a, like maybe there was a past version of yourself that really wanted a certain life, and maybe that's what aligned with this person, but now it feels like you're redefining what you would want for your future. And there's just that energy, like feel the way I want to, is kind of like this empowering feeling coming through of, even though this is what everyone is telling me I should be happy with or what I should be acting like, I'm actually going to freak out. Like, and I'm not just going to not say anything, like with the Queen of Swords. So I almost feel like there's this energy of someone not or someone like it's, and I'm not picking up on anything that's like really toxic. It's more just like, what's the word for this? It's like implicit unfairness, where it's like, I don't think this King of Pentacles even thinks he's doing anything wrong, or doesn't even think he's being unfair or anything like that. Because what he does think is that this Queen of Swords should just be that way. Like that's what he thinks would be fair. I hope that makes sense. But I feel like someone is feeling very unhappy or feeling very like uninspired with this version of success, I guess, or like this model for a relationship. Okay, so for pile number 2, can we clarify this energy? We have solitude here in the reverse. magic prayer. Details. Moonlight. And intention. Okay, I feel this energy. Moonlight and intention in reverse. This feels more aligned with what I'm perceiving as your energy. So if you are coming to this reading because your person is the one who is maybe wanting to change things up, I feel like that person's energy is starting to realize that they want to look more closely at what's going on in the situation. And there's kind of this prayer for things to shift or change closer to what they want. And I feel like with the intention in Moonlight in reverse, it's almost this energy of having a realization of not being fully in touch with the emotional self or the emotional body and being in like a foggy or unclear state. Like I feel like someone here, like the Queen of Swords in reverse, maybe has not been super clear about, like, wasn't really interesting. Wasn't really feeling sure about what they wanted here, is what I would say. Okay, yeah. And so what I'm really getting here is I feel like this Queen of Swords in reverse energy can maybe sometimes doubt themselves or doubt that they have the ability to make the right choices. And so then they go along with what society would want them to do or what a specific partner would want them to do or what their parents would want. But it's like they're not really sure where their intention for what they want is coming from. And another thing I was picking up on, though, was I feel like this King of Pentacles does feel on some level that if this isn't what the Queen of Swords wants, like they're not going to fight with them or force them to be in a situation that doesn't make them happy also. Like that's also something I'm getting. And so there's kind of this energy of acceptance and releasing. Like magic prayer for me is this energy of accepting, like giving up control. And so I feel like there's this energy of this King of Pentacles really not being interested in, like, they know what they want is what I'm kind of feeling. And maybe they thought that pile number 2, if this is you or the Queen of Swords, just you're either the Queen of Swords or the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very secure and sure of what they want. They know exactly what they want. They thought that they're in a relationship with someone that wants the same thing, but they're realizing that maybe the Queen of Swords didn't know that this is what they wanted or wasn't going to be happy in that. And so I almost feel like there's this energy of recognizing maybe that they didn't know that, recognizing that with intention in reverse that they didn't really know what they wanted. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, this is a time to take a step back and gain perspective and clarity about your direction. Check your motives. Ask if they are sincere. Are you pursuing some goal blindly without asking its costs? Good intentions are now being misinterpreted. Now is a time for self-evaluation and self-nurturing. You will benefit greatly if you take time out to regroup. So all in all, I'm just getting that this Queen of Swords is kind of is reaching the end of the line of pursuing this goal that really isn't in alignment with what they want, or that the goal itself isn't something that's going to make them happy, is kind of this realization. And I feel like maybe the Queen of Swords is needing more time for solitude to figure out what it is that they really want. And I honestly feel like all in all, this is I don't see anyone as necessarily the, like, obviously people are never just like good and bad guys, but I'm just saying that I can kind of see the situation for what it is, and I feel like the Queen of Swords is no longer wanting to push forward on this goal. It's like the Chariot can also be about wanting to take a step back and really ask themselves what it is that they want, instead of avoiding the conflict. Because that's another thing I'm getting, is it's also possible that um, maybe the Queen of Swords hadn't really been opening up to the King of Pentacles, or maybe just felt like they were kind of going with the flow of what the King of Pentacles wanted, not exploring. Yeah, I'm just getting here as well, though, with like the Seven of Cups. It's like from the King of Pentacles perspective, it's like they're not in this energy of exploring what it is that they want, but maybe the Queen of Swords still is. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of getting that the King of Pentacles then is feeling like they're going to give the Queen of Swords space if that's what they need in order to figure out what they want. They're not going to keep fighting or pushing in that direction, but I also feel like they're not open to changing what it is that they want. Hopefully that makes sense. So I hope that made sense for you guys, and that that wasn't too confusing. So for the extended reading, what do I want to look at? I want to see how I feel I'm in the need of, I feel like I need to do a side by side. So we'll have the Queen of Swords on one side and the King of Pentacles on one side, and we'll look at thoughts, feelings, and intentions, and just kind of compare the two sides and see what comes through, in case you guys want to do that. And we'll also get guidance for each side as well. So I'll have that link down below. But for those of you that are leaving now, thank you so much for being here. If you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, I really appreciate everyone's who does that. It's really supportive of the channel. And if you want to see future pick a card readings, I would love for you to subscribe. But other than that, it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Mother Tarot, I believe that is the name. It's a new deck. Yes, it is the Mother Tarot. I'm really excited to use this deck, so I'm glad you guys chose it. But if you chose the Mother Tarot and the Rose Quartz Palm Stone, then this is going to be a reading where we're going to be looking at what your person's current energy is toward you. I'm going to be trying to look at their current thoughts and feelings, but I did feel like for piles 1 and 2, like both sides kept coming through no matter what. So we'll see what happens. Every reading is different. We are going to start off with an energy check-in, just to help you guys feel more confident that you picked the right pile. So my strategy with that is asking Spirit your perspective of this person or this connection at the time that you're watching this video. And that way you can kind of verify that before you get too deep into the reading or too confused. Yeah, so I am probably going to have to cover up some of the cards on this deck, sadly. Don't want to do it, but I have to, so I'm just going to get some stones ready. There will be an extended reading as usual, and it's been different for each pile, so stay tuned if you really do feel like it resonates. Okay, so for pile number 3, how will they know that this is their reading? And what is their perspective of this connection, this person? All right, we have the Knight of Wands, the reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Oop, gotta cover that. The art is so pretty on these, though. I need to use the deck. All right, why are so many, wait, hang on, I just want to, okay. Why am I having a mental moment right now? I get confused now because it's a square, so I'm just trying to figure out which way things are going. Sorry about that. Okay. How else is pile number 3 viewing this person, this connection? Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. I don't know if I want to take all of these. Do I? I'm just going to take the top one. So we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Can we clarify the Knight of Wands? The Fool in reverse. The 6 of Swords. Okay, to cover this. The 8 of Swords in reverse. Oh, is there 2? No. Is it? Why does it? Oh, it's just the reflection. And can we clarify the 10 of Pentacles? Okay, the 3 of Cups. And then the 5 of Pentacles in reverse at the back of the deck. Okay, so I feel like this is potentially a connection that didn't fully get off the ground. I want to say that you would say that there was a lack of, well, there's a couple actual different possibilities. With the Fool just being here in general, I just feel like this maybe was a potential new beginning for you at one point, but you maybe ended up feeling like this person wasn't serious enough with the 3 of Cups being here and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, it feels like this person maybe wasn't taking the connection super seriously, and I feel like however this person acted towards you, I feel like it did maybe create some insecurity and maybe made you feel like emotionally untaken care of. Like you maybe felt like this person didn't really look after your emotions super well, or that the way that this person acted like put you in a sort of negative emotional state and you had to free yourself from that. Like you maybe felt stuck in this connection, but I feel like this is something that you felt like you had to really move on from and kind of take an L on. Like I feel like there wasn't a great, or as of right now, I don't feel like the relationship is in, I don't feel like you got what you wanted out of this connection, and I feel like if anything you got a lot of what you didn't want. In the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like you guys might both be kind of not really in communication, or you might be, I'm hearing like icing this person out, or yeah, I don't know if that's as of right now, but I just feel like maybe you didn't want to lose this connection, or you didn't want this connection to just kind of be what it was. Like I feel like you wanted a lot more for this. And I just think you felt like this person was immature. That's the biggest thing that I'm getting. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee. Yeah, I mean, that's really what I'm picking up on. So hopefully that gives you some idea or some level of, some level of confirmation that this is your pile. Another thing I was getting also that I wanted to mention was maybe for some time, like you might have felt like this person wasn't confident enough, or like maybe you felt like you were almost waiting on this person in a sense, or hoping that things would move to a better place with them, or maybe you're still in that state of like wanting things to get better with this person. And so I don't know if for some part of the connection you might have felt like maybe this person lacked the confidence to fully take action towards you. Maybe for some of you, you felt like that if it wasn't necessarily immaturity. At the end of the day, I think you're coming to the conclusion that it's immaturity, but there might have been a part of like your heart that was like very caring towards this person and kind of wanted to see the best in them. And so you might have given this person a lot of benefit of the doubt is what's coming through. And I feel like you didn't want to have to like take the L in this situation. I do feel like you did care for this person, or you do care for them. All right, let's see this person's energy towards you. I have such a fear of putting my head in the camera. I filmed an entire video and I just ruined it by my head being in the view, and it was just tragic. So hopefully I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's continue. Spirit, what is pile number 3's person's energy towards them? What are their thoughts and feelings towards them in the connection? We have the Two of Pentacles. Pile number 3's person's energy toward them. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands and the Chariot in reverse. So I'm just going to keep these together. Cancer energy coming through. We have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, things did get mixed up in this deck. I was afraid of that. Okay, I'm just going to keep them as they are. So there's going to be some sideways cards, but I guess that's okay. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords sideways. So I'll take that as a sideways. Yeah, is it going every which way? I don't know. Okay, can we clarify the Two of Pentacles? All right, we have the Hierophant in reverse, and then we have the King of Wands. Taurus energy. Can we clarify the Seven of Wands and the Chariot? We have the World in reverse. Okay, interesting. Can we clarify the Five of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles, and can we clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords? All right, we have the Knight of Swords here in the reverse, and then the Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Okay, so I do feel like, let me just make sure everything is in the right spot. Okay. So with the Six of Wands, I'm not surprised to see that at the bottom of the deck. Like, I do feel like this person is maybe feeling, okay, like, I feel like this person maybe feels like they a need to defend themselves, or there's this feeling that they aren't like that maybe this is from their perspective. So this isn't necessarily the truth. This is just like their perspective, and I'm, take it that way. So it's like there's this energy of feeling like they didn't deserve like the way that you think about them, especially with the Five of Pentacles here, like especially if you did kind of like cut this person out of their life, like out of your life. I feel like this person is in this energy of feeling like they didn't deserve such a negative review. Like that's like what I'm hearing, that they maybe didn't deserve, that they didn't do anything wrong. Like that's what this person want to say is like, I didn't do anything wrong. But like, I know you're disappointed in me. And like, I clearly, you know, was unsuccessful in this situation, or like you didn't end up happy with me. But I feel like there's also this energy of, yeah, there's also this energy of like, I don't know what I did. This is what they want to say. Like, I don't know what I did to make you like so unhappy. Like, especially with the Nine of Cups in reverse here, it's like, I feel like this person feels like you're very much like not happy with them, or you're unfulfilled in the situation. And I feel like there's this energy of them almost being like, I didn't intentionally do anything, or I didn't intentionally, like, I don't know what I did to make you that unhappy. I feel like they would also want to defend their reasons why they weren't able to move forward. Because there's this energy here with the World in reverse, and I feel like this is this person like wanting to defend themselves, to say that it's like not their fault that things weren't successful, or it's like it's speaking to some sort of unsatisfactory result in this connection, or like a lack of success. Like with the Chariot in reverse and the World in reverse, there's this feeling of things not coming to a successful ending. And I feel like they would want to say that they like had a lot on their plate and they were doing the best that they could to juggle everything. And I'm wondering with like the Hierophant in reverse, I almost want to click, but we do have the King of Wands with this. Okay, like there's this energy of like them like almost saying that, I don't know if you, I might need more clarity for that. Can we clarify the Hierophant in reverse? We have Strength in reverse. It's really interesting that with Strength here, there's like an elderly person with a younger person. Like it's almost like this person is seeing you both. Like this person is looking up to you almost like you are the authority, or like they didn't live up to your expectations or your guidance. And so there's almost this energy of them putting you in a position like that, where it's like they didn't measure up to that. But then there's this energy with the King of Wands here of like, I have been, or I don't know, I feel like with it's like they didn't turn out to, maybe you wanted this person to be more like the King of Wands, like someone who's very confident, who has a plan, has a vision. And I feel like you maybe saw them as like weak, or that they didn't live up to some kind of a standard that you wanted them to have. And so they feel like they didn't, I guess, is because this isn't what they would say to you. This is just like their energy toward you is like, it's like they're explaining almost why they like, it's like this energy of kind of making excuses in a way. But it's definitely this energy of trying to make their case and say that they feel like they don't deserve to be iced out is what I'm getting. Like, I feel like this person's like, I was the Knight of Pentacles. Like, I was just like doing what I could, doing my day-to-day routine. And like I did try, but I have a lot going on, you know, like it's like almost what they'd want to say. I don't know why this is funny in any way. Can you clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse? Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Cups in reverse. I just feel like this person, there's just this whole message of accounting for their own actions or their own lack of actions. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords in reverse, there's almost this energy of like, I'm innocent or I didn't know, or there's also this feeling of, I don't know if this person is trying to say that they didn't know what they wanted or they don't know what they did. Yeah, I just feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, again, this person is putting you on this like pedestal almost, where it's like, it's like you're the older one, or you're the one that has like the standards, and it's this energy of like, tell me what I did, like why am I in trouble? Like, why did you stop investing in me? The Seven of, why are you not happy with me? Can we clarify the Five of Pentacles? The Two of Swords in reverse. There's just this energy of like, why did I lose out? Or like, why am I in the cold position? Like, I didn't know what, I either didn't know what I wanted, or I didn't know how to give you what you wanted, or yeah, there's just kind of this like Knight of Pentacles. Like I just stuck here. I just was here. Can we clarify the Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Oh my gosh. It's like this energy of like, okay, there's actually a couple of things coming through too, because I also feel like while this person is almost like, what did I do for this? Or they're trying to make their case. I feel like they're also trying to do that because for them, I feel like they don't want to fully let go of the situation with you. I feel like there's this energy of hoping for the door to open back up, or just almost this energy of like, give me another chance here even, or an energy of, they're not, they don't, they're resisting sort of like a hard ending in this connection. They're resisting the door closing with the World in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards. What is pile number 3's person's energy towards them? We have no place like home, co-create. We have, yeah, poison reverse. I'm not surprised to see that. To be fair, yeah. And then we have yin. Okay, yeah, and with this not for you card, okay, there's this energy here where I feel like this person, okay, there's this energy of you actually just being in your feminine energy, and I feel like you're in this place now where it's like, if you're not going to receive what you deserve or like what you want from this person, like you're not going to chase it. Like I don't think you're like intentionally doing anything negative. I just feel like there's kind of this like backing off of this person's energy, and I feel like they're really taking this hard and interpreting this more harsh than it really is. But I also feel like they're avoiding accountability for some, like they need to take accountability for something that's gone on in the past, or the way that things ended up, or it's like this energy of them, like you did not receive what you wanted in this connection, and they almost feel like they need to be accountable for that. But then they're in this energy with this poison reverse of like, I wasn't ready, or I wasn't at my best yet. I have these excuses for it, but it's like that is kind of what the problem was. I feel like is this person not really being in a place maybe to step up to the plate. But now I feel like with not for you, it's almost like this person is like feeling like it's unfair or almost feeling like, oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm feeling with no place like home or co-create, like I feel like this person is seeing you in this energy of authenticity, and it's like you're not needing this person is how I feel. And I feel like you're in this energy of co-creation where you're not like forcing things to happen or chasing things. And I feel like they're almost interpreting your high vibrational energy as like they feel like it's holding them accountable essentially. Because it is. Because it's like once you stop overdoing it, or once you like let go of this person, it's like you're stepping into this authentic energy of not trying to force this situation to work out. And so now I feel like with not for you here, like there's this energy of this person not accepting that this is the way things are. Like they're kind of in denial is how it feels, and that they're in this energy of like, but wait, let me make my excuses or let me say my case. And it's like, no, it's not that you are looking at them with this like you're going to reprimand them and that you had all these standards and that you're mad at them. It's that you just started to go into the flow of your yin energy and like what's for you with co-creation. And you decided to be good within yourself. And that energy maybe came off to this person, like the Five of Pentacles. But I feel like more than anything, it was just you kind of accepting that if this isn't, yeah, like kind of like all that glitters in reverse, like whatever, that it is what it is. And I feel like with Clean It Up, yeah, it is what it is, the fates. And then I also feel like with Clean It Up, it's like you started to let this person have to do their own work and you're not really making excuses for them. Remember in that energy check, and it came through like kind of giving them benefit of the doubt, giving them benefit of the doubt. And then I feel like you kind of taking your power back and not like being super attached to this person, like you deciding maybe that this isn't fulfilling for you, feels like a like you are seeing them in a very negative light, when I don't even think you're doing that. But yeah, so let's see for the extended reading. Okay, so I just cleaned this up, forgetting to tell you what the extended reading is going to be about. So for the extended, I want to look at what this person would want to say to you. And then we're also going to be looking at what is this person misunderstanding, or like what do they not get about the situation? What do they not see? And then we're going to get you guys guidance on whatever you need to hear about this connection. So if you guys want to join me, I'll have it linked down below in the description box. But other than that, thank you so much for being here. If you did enjoy the reading, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. Thank you to everyone who does that. And if you want to see future pick a card readings, I would love for you to subscribe. Other than that, thanks so much for being here, and I hope to connect with you again soon.